Got a couple people on. If you're here, please sound off so I can thank you properly for being here at the early Howl. We have Steph Jeremiah playing in the background. This is a find from Christina found in Ireland. Going to be doing my set from North Texas Irish Festival, which is next weekend. Which is heavily Scottish because I have a new album coming out. It's called Child of Alba. And so I'll be playing several tracks from that. I'm going to be joined by a couple of good friends. Mr. Alex Stewart on flute and whistles and pipes. Mr. Kendall Rogers on accordion and piano. Got new strings on Ursula today. So hopefully she's a bit more stable than she has been in past days. Certainly sounds big and full and bright. Hello, Mr. Paul Campbell. Early for you, isn't it? I hope you appreciate the earlier start time. Very cool. Glad to hear it. So, welcome. Thanks for being here, Mr. Paul Campbell from the West Coast, the best coast, Galway City on the west coast of Ireland. So I'll go ahead and do a professional fade, shall we? And there goes the music. Wow. Okay. Now we'll pause it and turn it back up so it's ready to go at the end. All right, so as I said, we're going to be doing the set list from the North Texas Irish Festival, which is next weekend in Dallas, Texas, and several howlers will be there. So, without further ado, we're going to do the first song off the album. Also, the first song I'll be starting with is called "Sound the Pibroch," and the pibroch is the classical music for the bagpipe. Usually it's a lament. This song is a lament for the Jacobite cause, Bonnie Prince Charles Stewart, or Barney Charlie, as he's mentioned in the song, and the chorus is in Gaelic, so I'm sure you'll pick it up. Hachin Foam is the Gaelic, and it basically means I wish to, I would like to rise and follow Charlie. Sound a pibroch loud on high, Big John a groats to the eye sky. Let every clan their slogan cry, rise and follow Charlie. Hachin foam and foam and foam, hachin foam and foam and foam. mountain breezes o'er them sigh, were far and died for Chile. No more we'll see such deeds again. Deserted is each highland glen, and lonely cairns lie o'er the main, were far and died for Chile. Follow cheerily. Good evening, Steve Eastrich. Thanks for joining us from Berlin. Das ist gut. Ausgezeichnet. All right, we got 6 people. We got Ireland represented. We got Germany represented. So that's a nice start, isn't it? So we're going to check the tuning and then go off into tune song number 2 here really quick. This next one's a nice sing-along. Talks about this little burn just north of Edinburgh and Aberdeenshire called the Gaddy. And in Broad Scots, the chorus is Gin I were where the Gaddy rins, out the back of Benakee. Gin I were where the Gaddy rins, where the Gaddy rins, where the Gaddy rins. Oh, gin I were where the Gaddy rins, out the back of Benakee. I never had but Warwick lass, Warwick lass, Warwick lass. I never had but Warwick lass, but dearly courted me. Gin I were where the Gaddy rins, the Gaddy rins, where the Gaddy rins. Oh, gin I were where the Gaddy rins, out the back of Benakee. The name's killed at the Lauren Fair, the Lauren Fair, the Lauren Fair. The name's killed at the Lauren Fair, the other was drunk in the day. The Gaddy rins, oh, the Gaddy rins, out the back of Benakee. And I gave to him the hunting fine, the hunting fine, the hunting fine. I gave to him the hunting fine, this morning dressed to be. Get naughty were with the Gaddy rins, the Gaddy rins, with the Gaddy rins. Gaddy rins out the back of Benakee. And he gave me the linen fine, the linen fine, the linen fine. He gave me the linen fine, big winding sheet today. Getting anywhere where the Gaddy rins, the Gaddy rins, where the Gaddy rins. Oh, the Gaddy rins out the back of Benakee. Getting anywhere where the Gaddy rins, where the bonny broom and the yellow winds. I were where the Gaddy rins out the back of Benakee. And I were where the Gaddy rins, the Gaddy rins, the Gaddy rins. I were where the Gaddy rins out the back of Benakee. And I were where the Gaddy rins. I were where the Gaddy rins out the back of Benakee. And I were where the Gaddy got a few people here. Good day from Oz. Hello, live music. Derek Darcy, good to see you again, sir. Thanks for joining us here a little early this week. Thanks for all the tags there, Steve. As I said before, Ausgezeichnet. Showing off my dribble of German. So this next one is a Howler favorite, and it's on the Sheep's Clothing album. It's a song of Scottish pride. Hope the balance is okay with the vocal and the instrument. We're just doing the one mic today, so it's basically just a acoustic mix of what you're hearing in the room. So this is for all of us long-time howlers. Oh, are we your satins, your silks and your shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls, or to dance in the barns, worth 10 in the hall, with the lads who were reared among heather. Nope. Sorry, it's already out of tune, so I'm gonna fix that rather than play a whole song out of tune. Because we're all friends here, right? There it is. There we go. Better. Oh, are we your satins, your silks and your shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls, for to dance in the barns, we're 10 in the hall, with the lads who were reared among heather. Better. Come, all you young lasses, why ain't you been? Say sleepy and drowsy, you can buy your evening. In all the wide world, you'll never find a friend like the lads who were reared among heather. Oh, are we your satins, your silks and your shawls, your soirees, your parties and your elegant balls, for a dance in the barn, for 10 in the hall, the lads who were reared among heather. Go walk through your cities, from buildings outside, gaze on their splendors and wonder with pride. Fine ships have been built on the banks of the Clyde by the lads who were reared among heather. Oh, are we your satins, your silks and your shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls, for a dance in the barn, or 10 in the hall, with the lads who were reared among heather. scented rose, and Ireland can boast of the shamrock she grows. But give me the land where the clear water flows, the mountains high covered with hill. Oh, while we are satins, your silks and your shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls. Or a dance in the barns, or ten in the hall, with the lads who were here among the hills. Oh, while we are satins, your silks and your shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls. Or a dance in the barn, or ten in the hall, with the lads who were here among the hills. Thank you, Mr. Michael Price. Good to see you, sir. Looking forward to seeing you next weekend in Dallas, Texas for the North Texas Irish Festival. So we have multiple countries checking in. We've got Germany, we've got Ireland, we've got Texas. So it's all good. Don't know how a string can go sharp during a song, but I guess it happens. This next one is this is the title track to the album, written by Ivan Drever, one of the founding members of the band Wolfstone, a Celtic Scottish rock band, Scottish folk rock band. And I waited 30 years to record this one. Learned it about 30 years ago. And it's got a lovely story to it, you know. And the song is called Children of Alba. And since I lived there for 3 years and it was very formative, and that's why I'm doing this kind of music today, I decided to title the album Child of Alba. So.
That
that never grows cold. The soldier, the tinker, the old music maker, the children of Alba that never grow old. Came to old Alba, came as a traveler, came to her bosom that never grows cold. The soldier, the tinker, the old music maker, the children of Alba that never grow old. The children of Alba that never grow old. Craig Scotland in the house. Good to see you. I get to meet Michael Price's wife. My goodness. It's only been 30 years or something like that. Maybe more. I don't know. It's been a lot. It's been a minute. So this next one's off of Hey Taylor Cook. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. Finally get to meet Jerry. Wow. Sorry, I'm a little taken aback. And this next one's off the Immigrant Songs album. Came out in 2023. Everything okay over there? Thought I heard grunting. This is from a very famous Scottish band called Runrig, and I believe I have Mr. Craig Scotland to thank for suggesting this song. So, the landlords came, the peasant trials, to the sacrifice of men. Through the past, and that quite darkly, the present once again. In the name of capital, establishment, improvers, it's a name. The hidden truths, the hidden lies that once nailed you to the pane of a dance called America. Danced it round and waited at the bend for America. They danced their ladies round. The candles of enlightenment once lit, stayed on the burn. They turned the darkest from suffering to a greater state of being. So tell me that's behind you now. Don't greet me, don't believe you're dying blind. It's our very last stand together, so let's sever no regrets. And do a dance called America. We dance it round, waited at the turn for America. They dance their ladies round. confidence, strength of will and mind. The camouflage that once was your father's in your sons and daughters' time. Another turn, my love, my island. You've gone international. With all the praying men of God who stood and watched it all go on and did a dance called America. They danced it round, waiting at the turns for America. They danced their ladies round all for a dance called America. They danced it round, waiting at the turns for America. They danced their ladies round. All for a dance, all for a dance called America. We danced it round, waited at the turns for America. They danced their ladies round. Turn. All right. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, new strings on Ursula. See if she'll be a bit more well-behaved and stay in tune. But I have to give her a chance to let the strings settle in, so just did it this morning. This next song is written by a former member of the Battlefield Band, Mr. Davy Steele. He wrote it for his father and his uncle, who were both in the 51st Highland Division, which is part of the British Expeditionary Force that went over to Europe in August of 1939 after Germany invaded Poland. And they thought they were going to be in Berlin by Christmas, but as we know, that didn't quite work out. The Panzer divisions pushed all the way through France, through Belgium, and pushed the Allied forces back into the sea. And you've probably heard of a place called Dunkirk, where a lot of these pleasure craft and commercial vessels came over from England, across 26 miles of the English Channel, to rescue all the soldiers that were stuck there on the beach. And part of the reason that could happen is because the 51st Highland Division was part of a rearguard action in Calais, holding the troops back to let the evacuation take place at Dunkirk. And once that was done, they made their own way to the coast. They ended up in a little place called St. Valery, a little town on the coast. And the only thing they found there was one boat when they got there. And so Davy Steele's father was able to get on that boat, and he waved to his brother, who he wouldn't see until the end of the war. He spent the rest of the war in a stalag, in a prisoner of war camp. Anyway, it's a lovely song by Mr. Davy Steele. It's on the Loescher Kenneth album. It's called The Beaches of St. Valery. Thank you, Steve. It was in 1940, the last days of spring. We were sent to the Maginot Line, a fortress in France built to halt the advance of an army from a different time. We were soon overrun, outfought and outgunned, and pushed farther back every day. But we never believed High command would just leave us, so we fought every step all the way, till the 51st Highlanders found themselves back on the banks of the Somme one more time. It still bore the stars of that war to end wars, the old soldiers' scars deep in their minds. But we couldn't stay long, for the panzers rolled on as the battle raged west towards the sea. Then on June the 10th, when sapped of all strength, we entered St. Valerie, and all I recall is the last boat leaving, my brother on board, waving and calling to me, and the jocks stranded there with their hands in the air on the beaches of St. Valerie. So I huddled all night in a hammered old house as the shells and the bullets rained down, till just before dawn our hopes were still strong, for we moved to the beach from the town. But the boat that had left on the day we'd arrived was the only one we'd ever see. Without ammo or food, had done all we could, so we surrendered at St. Valerie. And all I recall is the last boat leaving, my brother on board, waving and calling to me, and the jocks stranded there with their hands in the air on the beaches of St. Valerie. And when I returned at the end of the war from a stalag where I'd been confined, I read all the battles the Allies had fought, Stalingrad, Alamein, and the Rhine. And with pride in their hearts, people spoke of Dunkirk, where defeat had become victory. But nobody mentioned that Highland division they'd never heard of St. Valerie. No stories, no statues for those that were killed, no honors for those that were caught. Just a deep sense of shame, as though we were to blame, though I knew in my heart we were not. So I moved to a country I've come to call home, though my homeland is far overseas. I will never return, while my memory still burns on the beaches of St. Valerie. And all I recall is the last boat leaving, my brother on board, waving and calling to me, and the jocks stranded there with their hands in the air on the beaches of St. Valerie. Hello, Mary Higgins. Hello, Roxanne. Good to see you guys. Yeah, early Howl, Mary, because I'm taking Christina to the airport. She's going to Houston for a funeral. So that's Beaches of St. Valerie. It's a great song. I always enjoyed playing that one. Here's another one from the new album. Interesting song in that the lyrics are actually written by Lord Byron. It's a poem by Lord Byron, Englishman. Well, famous romantic poet. But I think he might have actually, I need to look it up. I think he might have been born in Scotland. Otherwise, he spent some childhood time in Scotland, and it had enough of an effect on him to write this poem that was later set to music. Anytime you capo, it's a bit of a... But I'm supposed to be able to talk and tune at the same time, supposedly. Remember, if I'm tuning, you should be drinking. That's how it works. So I learned this song and many others from the Coreys, who are a famous Scottish folk duo. And this one I learned a long, long time ago. And so I thought I'd put it on my album. And I did. So. Again, this song also mentions pibroch. So again, the classical music of the Scottish bagpipe. Away, ye grey landscapes, ye gardens of roses, in you let the minions of luxury roam, and restore me the rocks where the snowflake reposes, if still they are sacred to freedom and love. Brave Caledonia, here are thy mountains, round their white summits the elements warm. Though cataracts roar instead of smooth flowing fountain, I sigh for the valley of dark long yard. Ah, there my young footsteps in infancy wandered. My cap was a bonnet, my cloak was a blade. My instinct departed, my memory lingered, as daily I strayed through the pine-covered glade. I sought not my home till the day's dying glory gave place to the rays of the bright polar star. My fancy was cheered by the bold martial story as told by the sons of dark Larnagard. Years have rolled on, Lochnagar, since I left you. Years must roll on ere I see you again. Though nature of verdure and flowers bereft you, and still art thou dearer than Albion's flame. England, thy beauties are tame and domestic to one who has roved on the mountains far. Oh, for the crags that are wild and majestic, the steep frowning glories of dark Lochnagar. Ill star now the brave, did no vision foreboding tell you that fate had forsaken our cause. Yet were you destined to die at Culloden, though victory crowned not to fall with the cross. Yet were you the pibroch resounds. Pay the pipers on loud numbers. Your deeds on the echoes of dark Loch Nagar. Your deeds on the echoes of dark Loch Nagar. Your deeds on the echoes of dark Loch Nagar. Brave Caledonia, here are thy mountains. I sigh for the valley of dark Loch Nagar. Peter Richards, good to see you, in preaching the gospel of the pibroch, and spelling it much more complicatedly than I do, the proper way. Oh, Roxanne recognizes that one. That's good. So here is one of the big reasons that I play this kind of music, the Scottish folk music. Part is the Corries, but also part is this guy, Ed Miller. He wrote this song. And he, a Scotsman who relocated to Austin, Texas in the 70s, ended up staying there. And so, having lived 3 years in Scotland and learned all these songs and not had anybody to share them with, and then I wandered into the Cactus Cafe to see Ed Miller playing, and I was shocked that here's somebody playing these songs that I love so much. And so big hat tip to Ed for inspiring me. As I said, and this is off the Immigrant Songs album as well. Across the Atlantic he did fly, left old Scotland he knew not why, never dreamt that he'd say goodbye, didn't plan to be an exile. He landed in America for just a year or so to stay, but he's still living there today, happy among the exiles. His only homeland is 6 foot high. For its independence he will die, no matter where his fate lies. He'll be at home with the exile. Between 2 places yourself can pick, the place you live and the place that you were born, the one you knew, the one seems so warm. The bird you be homeland is 6 foot high. For its independence he will die, no matter where his fate lies. He'll be at home with the exile. And his ego from the Andes high, a samba or a cuica can't bring tears to his eyes. But his team and his wife and his son will go high, will keep him happy as an exile. Makes his living on an IBM machine. He never forgot the borders where he's been before he became an exile. Their only homeland is 6 foot high. With independence they will die, no matter where their feet may fly. They'll be at home with the exile. For there's good things here and there's good things there. There's love, food, and music everywhere. There's always friends with these things to share. If you enjoy your life as an exile. For narrow national pride is for a mind that's small. I'm only too happy to have these friends all and find the true meaning of international. Everyone is an exile. The only whole land is 6 foot high. For their independence I will die, no matter where my feet may fly. I'll be at home with the exiles. Our only homeland is 6 foot high. For their independence we will die, no matter where our feet may fly. To be at home with the exile. To be at home with the exile. To be at home with the exile. Yeah, it's a song for all of us immigrants out there. I'm a first-generation American on my dad's side from Germany. And so immigrants are what make America America, in my opinion. And nobody was actually born here, or very few people who were actually born here. And the ones that were born here were moved off the land they probably lived in. So, but I digress. So you can't do an album of Scottish folk songs without doing at least one by the immortal bard, Mr. Robert Burns, who had a way with words, and also a way with the ladies. And this is a song about the Burkes of Aberfeldy, the Birches, which I actually got to visit this last summer, and the little Afton River that runs through that. And I actually learned this from the singing of an American band, the Nickel Creek, with Chris Thiel. And I was inspired to do it, and so I did. The X-Files, yes, Mary Higgins, exactly, the X-Files. I'll be at home on the X-Files, Scully. So here's a great love song by Robert Burns. Flow gently, sweet Afton, among my green graves. Flow gently, I'll sing thee a song in thy praise. My very my green embrace. Flow gently, sweet river, the theme of my lays. My Mary's asleep by thy murmuring stream. So flow gently, sweet after, disturb not her dreams. Miss Kathleen Jackson has joined us. Good night, Roger Markland. Hello, Kathleen. How are you doing? Hope you're well. We're working through the set list that I'll be playing next weekend in Dallas at North Texas Irish Festival. NTIF.org if you want to check out more information about that. So here's my... Thank you, Roxanne. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad it sounds good. So I did a couple of Jacobite songs on the album, and I thought it was important to follow it up with the counterpoint. Jacobites, of course, being the followers of Bonnie Prince Charlie and his father. Jacobite coming from Jacob, which is the Latin for James. So that's where that came from. And Mr. Brian McNeil wanted to write a counterpoint to the Jacobite mythos. And this is a title track to one of his albums. Mr. Brian McNeil, one of the founders of the Battlefield Band, of course. Wonderful singer-songwriter, bouzouki player, fiddler, concertina player, composer, author, and just general man about town. Anyway, here's his counterpoint song. Was like us, listen to the cry, no surrender to the truth is the reason why. The power and the glory, just another bloody lie they used to keep us all in line. For there's no God and the precious few heroes, there's plenty on the dole in the land of the Lord. And it's time now to keep the future clear, all the lies of our past that we know was never real. So farewell to the heather and the glen, they cleared us off once and they do it all again. For they still prefer sheep to thinking men, but men who think like sheep are even better. There's still much to choose between the old laird and the new, but still don't give a damn for the likes of me and you. Just mind you pay your rent to the factor when it's due. Mind your bloody manners when you pay. For there's no God and the precious few heroes, there's plenty on the road in the land over here. And it's time now to sweep the future clear, all the lies of our past that we know was never real. And tell me, will we never hear the end of poor bloody Charlie and Culloden yet again? Though he ran like a rabbit down the glen, leaving better folk than him to be butchered. Are you sitting in your council house, dreaming of your clan, waiting for the Jacobites to come and free the land? Or going down the road with the claymore in your hand, count all the princes in the queue. For there's no God and the precious few heroes, there's plenty on the dole in the land over here. And it's time now to sweep the future clear, all the lies of our past that we know was never real. talk to me of Scotland the brave. If we don't fight soon, there'll be nothing left to say. Or would you rather stand and watch them dig your grave while you wait for the Cotton Messiah? He'll lead us to the promised land with a laughter in his eye. We'll all live off the oil and the whiskey by and by. Free heavy beer, pie summers in the sky. Do we ever have the sense to learn? For there's no God, there's precious few heroes, plenty on the dole in the land of O'Neill. And it's time now to keep the future clear of the lies of our past that we know is never real. Aye, there's no God, there's precious few heroes, plenty on the dole in the land of O'Neill. And I'm damn sure there's plenty live in fear of the day we stand together with our shoulders to the wheel. Aye, there's no gods. Whew. All right. Now that I've gotten through the set, I can take a little break and take a rest and check the comments and see if anybody has some requests. I've got about 30 more minutes I can play before I leave to go to the airport. And that was about an hour, which is how much time I have on my set list. So, Riga's still at her dance competition. Thank you very much, Renriga, for support. All right, now we've got Twitch comments that are loaded. All right, so let's see what else we can do, if there are any comments. Bandit Queen. Yes, we can do Bandit Queen. We can do Isle of Hope. Yes, absolutely. Can absolutely do those songs. So, do Bandit Queen first. Now that we've given Ursula her workout, and me as well. So we'll do Bandit Queen, then Isle of Hope. Thanks for the requests, you guys. Oh, and AGA. All right. There we go. All right. Don your pirate garb for this next one. There we go. There we go. Let's see how this one's tuned. Debating about changing the strings on this guitar as well. So here you go for Mary Higgins. Sea Shanty, yes, absolutely. So I've got Bandit Queen, Isle of Hope, AGA, and a Sea Shanty. Absolutely can do. As the sun is sinking low and the evening's tug in tow, on the horizon my true love I see. She ain't fancy, she ain't fine, while her fingers number only 9. She's the belle of the ball of the insurgency. She's my bandit queen, lying beneath the moon, in a bandit cave, in a blanket laid for two. If I could find a way to your hideaway by the sea, oh, bandit queen, steal away to me. Somewhere in the mountains, by a starry water fountain, in an alcove hid by some trees, amidst a pile of treasure, reclining at her leisure, my lady love sniffs at the breeze. And sitting up, she adjusts her turban and takes another swig from a bottle of bourbon, and listening to the whistling of the train station, odds are it will never reach its destination, 'cause my bandit queen astride her steed will ride. Oh, Oh, she's my bandit queen, lying beneath the moon. In a bandit cave, there's a blanket laid for two. If I could find a way to your hideaway by the sea, oh, bandit queen, steal away to me. Oh, bandit queen, steal away to me. Oh, Isle of Hope is up next. Sorry? Are we out of tongues? I don't know. I don't ever use them, so I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. I got the verse. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Trying to go get some for you? All right, well, we can stop and get some en route. No worries. That's Christina off camera preparing to go to the airport. So this next one was suggested by one of the Howlers, a song I hadn't heard before, about the very first person to get off the boat at Ellis Island, a young girl from County Cork. It's not the lead-off track. That's all right. But Annie Moore of Ireland, County Cork, was first to get off the boat and ended up living in New York, raising a big family. Lived in Brooklyn. Anyway, I learned this from the singing of Mr. Sean Keane. On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold at the sign of hope and tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was on the 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fear, but it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in that land of liberty. And courage is a passport when you're old 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in springtime when I went there and I stepped onto its piers, I thought of how it must have been when you're 15. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fear, but it's not the isle you left behind that I love fear, I love pain, you'll never see again, but the isle of home is always on your mind. That isle of hope, isle of tears, isle of freedom, isle of fear, it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hope, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, but the isle of home is always on your mind. But the isle of home is always on your mind. Isle of Hope for Taylor Cook. And now we have AGA for Peter Richards. So this is a song that goes out to all of you who were in a bagpipe band in Austin, Texas in the early 90s. I wrote this song a while ago. And as you may recall, I worked very hard on the verses and then ran out of steam, so I just decided to steal the lyrics for the choruses from other songs. So... But I was a drummer first, played snare drum in the Silver Thistle pipes and drums, and then I regressed and became a piper for a little bit, but that was really hard work, and I'm basically a lazy person. But I did try, I competed a few times with the band and did some solo competition, but I've got people for that now. So for instance, Alex Stewart is going to be playing bagpipes and whistles and flutes and stuff at North Texas Irish Festival. Here we go. So here we go. Another day on the thin red line between the present and the past. My feet they hurt, my shoulder is numb, but they say it's too shall pass. The women they blush, the old men cry, and the children they run away. A dog starts howling somewhere down the street as the pipes begin to play Amazing Grace. Get old lang syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again. Well, I started out young and I practiced real hard to try to make the grade. Now I'm older, all I'm thinking about is parade. Yet still I return again and again, though the novelty has died. Is it the gizmo or the leather or the lukewarm beer, or something deeper down inside like Amazing Grace? Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, shortbread and the single malt and the Mac before the name. Mighty influential, but the backwards place on the edge of the third world. Strange how everyone becomes sky when the pipes begin to skirl to a big team. Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again. But we won't win many prizes for deportment. When all is said and done, I become my best self when I'm strapping on that drum. We'll put up with the jokes and the hateful stares for this noise that would cut old stoves. Stand by the right, and we're heroes again as the pipes kick in the droves to Amazing Grace. Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again, Amazing Grace. Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again. Help me out, Amazing Grace, Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see. Cha-cha-cha. All right, and then we had a request for a sea shanty. So let me pull up my significant list of nautical songs and pick one. Diesel and shale I do often. Let's maybe do one that I haven't done in a while. So, Roxanne, do you want a proper sea shanty or just a nautical themed song? I guess I could ask on that. Because I actually don't have that many authentic sea shanties. I've got a lot of sea songs. Here we go. We'll do this one. Old whaling ballads are the best. Yeah, they are. Okay, so if you want a whaling song, this is my favorite whaling song, I believe. Something in that department for this song. Okay. So this is a song by Ken Graydon, and I learned it from the singing of Tom Lewis. If you don't know Mr. Tom Lewis, go find Mr. Tom Lewis. He's the guy who really inspired me to start singing sea shanties. So, I signed aboard this whaling ship. I made my mark, it's true. And I'll serve out the span of time I swore that I would do. But I'll not man your boats again, though you cast me in the sea. For I tell you, sir, them fish can think as well as you or me. Just yesterday the lookout's call had bent us to our work. I took my place with all the rest, I'd not be one to shirk. Now 13 men's been drowned, and no more of them we'll see. I take an oath, them fish can think as well as you or me. We pulled our boats abreast the pod, the steersman took his stand. He'd had no time to make his throw when the oar flew from my hand. Just then a great fluke smashed our boat, that whale I didn't see. But I believe them fish can think as well as you or me. And then them whales destroyed our boats, they rammed them one by one. They stowed them all with head and fluke, and after they was done, we few poor souls left half alive was clinging to debris. I'd stake me life them fish can think as well as you or me. For the way them whalefish went for us, it seemed as though 'twas planned. For each one had his target boat, they played us man for man. Just knowing now they think so clear, my heart says, let them be. I swear to God, them fish can think as well as you or me. Now John is blind, Jim's lost an eye, and Caleb's lost below. My leg will heal, but other men no more aloft can go. So I'll not man your boats again, though you drown me in the sea. For I tell you, sir, them fish can think as well as you or me. There we go. There's a whaler song for you. Let's see. If Rebecca Gillespie, if you're asking me, we call it the Rocky Mountain Beach House, but you may be not talking to me, so. Give us a tune. All right. So I have time for maybe a couple more, and then I gotta go take my better 7/8 to the airport. Let's see if there's anything that jumps out at me. Yep, I don't know if I've done that one on the Howl. I have a whole bunch of songs that I just don't tend to do because I forget about them. So one of these days I'll have to do a bunch of nautical songs. Speaking of nautical songs, how about a Tom Waits song? Checks a couple of boxes. One I originally learned from Tom Lewis, but it's a Tom Waits song, and then I heard a different version by Tommy O'Sullivan, and that's what inspired me to learn this. Leaving my family, leaving all my friends. My body's at home, but my heart's in the wind. When the clouds are like headlines on a new front page sky. Tears of salt water, and the moon is full and high. and I know Martin needed. Oh, he's gonna be proud of me. Many before me have been called by the sea to be up in the crow's nest, singing my lay, shiver me timbers, I'm sailing away, and the fog's lifting, the sail's shifting, I'm drifting to sea. An old Captain Ahab ain't got nothing on me, so swallow me, don't follow me, I'm traveling alone. Salt water's my daughter, I'm gonna skip like a stone. Please call my missus, tell her not to cry, my goodbye is written by the moon in the sky, and nobody knows me. I can't fathom why I'd stay, so shiver me timbers, I'm sailing away, and the fog's lifting, the sail's shifting, I'm drifting to sea. Old Captain Ahab ain't got nothing on me, so swallow me, don't follow me, I'm traveling alone. Salt water's my daughter, I'm gonna skip like a stone. I'm leaving my family, leaving all my friends, my body's at home, but my heart's in the wind, where the clouds are like headlines on a new front page sky. Shiver me timbers, I'm sailing goodbye. All right, we got time for one more. I saw a request for Sing It Louder, which is a good song for where we are at in today's world. Join your voices together. Let yourself be heard in the ballot box, in the state house, in the courthouse, in the Senate, in the House, on the street. This last one is a song by Mr. Dave Gunning, a Canadian, and it's on the Piper Jones album. the last track on Take to the Skies. So if you want to hear my version of that, you can a version of that. So thanks for joining us here today. Sorry for the earlier time. I'm here every Saturday night, usually at the same time. Hope to see you again next week. I am a soldier, but I never had a gun. I carry songs upon my shoulders, hoping we shall overcome. But on this road, I'm not the only one who's following the thunder of the drum. And I am not rich, but I have more than I need in the middle of this battlefield of money-driven greed. And the line's getting thin now between right and wrong. You lift your voice, I'll beat the drum. Across the valleys and up through these hills, there's a feeling all over this land. If we stand and rise together, there is change within our power. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. Let's sing for the living on the land and in the sea. Let's sing out for justice. Let's sing what we believe as the world spins round and round. May we one by one all join hands and beat the drum. Across the valley and up through these hills, there's a feeling all over this land. If we stand and rise together, there is change within our power. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. So raise your voices now, we can make this work. To the eye of the storm, we shall be heard. There's an echo in the distance, it's been played before. More suffering and hardship, more cruelty and more. But before we stop and rest, we must pass it on, for the young to march and beat the drum. Yeah, across the valleys, up through these hills, there's a feeling all over this land. If we stand and rise together, there is change within our power. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. Across the valleys and up through these hills, there's a feeling all over this land. If we stand and rise together, there is change within our power. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. Let them hear you in the cheap seats. Alrighty then, let's bring back Steph Jeremiah. I'm gonna have to stall because my CD player decides to turn itself off, so I have to make allowances for that. So thank you again for being here, all of you guys. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to take my lovely bride to the airport, and then I'm going to come home and take a nap, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So that's my big plan for the evening. And we hope to see you back here again. Same Wolf time, same Wolf channel. No, that's not true. Next Saturday, I will be at North Texas Irish Festival in Dallas. So no official Howl next Saturday at the normal time. We will try to stream some, do some live streaming as we have time and availability, because there'll be some howlers in the house, so we'll be able to share with them. So not regular time next week, but maybe pop-up howls, and then we'll be back in the first full week of March. We'll be back at our normal time. So here's some Steph Jeremiah to play you out. Thanks again. And wherever you are, whatever you are, be excellent to each other. See you soon. Peace out.